I've been working with a number of corporate clients recently, and I had this one experience that I have to share with you. And we were just having a discussion, just getting started. And I was saying, when do you build a connection? And they go, well, I build a connection when we have our sit down. That's when I really want to get to know them. And I'm sitting there going, what? Are you crazy? You cannot build a connection once you've had that sit down, because you must build that connection from the moment you meet your prospect. That's the key, because how do you get the sit down if you haven't made that connection? One thing I really want you to focus on is taking your sales process or building that connection, taking that meeting. That requires permission. Okay, you have to have that connection, because what you're asking for is that person's time. You're asking for their time, you're asking for their energy. Okay, it's a return on time that you must factor, because time is such a valuable resource today. So establishing that connection from the beginning is the most critical part that you have to do. Now, you can do this either one-on-one or when you're giving a presentation. Building that connection and rapport, that must be your beginning, that's your building blocks, because that's what sets the tone. How many times have you been to a presentation where you've heard people in the audience go, I just felt so connected to the speaker. It was like they were speaking to me. I mean, when you hear that, that is the pinnacle. That makes me so happy to hear, because I know that you've succeeded in your job of being authentic. When the audience is there going, I felt connected, I felt special. This is what sets you apart. This is what allows you to succeed in business and really stand out as a thought leader. So I want you to reflect on, what steps are you doing to build this connection? Are you building this connection from the beginning? Are you waiting till you've had an introduction? Because I urge you, you must start building this connection. How do you build a connection? It starts off with just being authentic. When you're yourself, like I show up in the world, I'm just being me. I'm not hiding anything. You see me, as you see me right now, if you see me on the streets or at a presentation or a training, I'm the same guy. And the reason that authenticity is so powerful is because you cannot fake it. Okay, it's impossible to fake being authentic, because if you put on a front, you put on a show when you're giving a training or a workshop, and then someone says, yes, I'd like to sign up for more training, and then they meet you and you're completely different. You've now established a disconnect. There's a huge red flag going on, because they feel that they've been cheated. You sold them on your stage presence of how you showed up, and then one-on-one you turned into somebody completely different. They're not going to trust you. You've just destroyed any trust that you had. And this is not going to have you move forward, because now they're going to be on guard. They're going to be going, oh, I don't know if I can trust this person. What's he going to do next? This is the last thing you want to do. So show up in the world. I show up, flaws and all, experiences. This is just who I am. And either you resonate with it or you don't. But at the end of the day, if we have a connection, we've established it from the beginning. It's built on trust, it's built on honesty, and it's built on authenticity. So try to establish your connection with your prospects, with your clients, with your audience as soon as possible. And the best way to do it is just be yourself, because it's so liberating to feel free, to not have to worry about who you're impressing and how you're holding yourself. Just be yourself. Now, what I want you to do is write in the comment box below, what was the best impression anyone's ever made on you? What really wowed you as far as building rapport, where you sat there and said, I'm impressed, this is amazing? Because when you do that, this inspires others and gives them ideas of how they can stand out.